Alright, in this section we're going to continue talking about foiling and multiplying polynomials together. We're also going to multiply a binomial times a trinomial. So, let's review foiling. Foiling, remember, is first, then outer, then inner, then last. So I'll show you that in these problems again. The first terms would be considered the first parts of the parentheses. So when you distribute 6h times 2h, you get 12h squared. Then the outer terms are the outermost terms of the parentheses. And so we'd have 6h times 3, which is 18h. Then the innermost ones are the inner terms, and so we'd end up getting negative 14h. And then the last terms are the last two in the parentheses, so negative 7 times 3 is, that's negative 7 times positive 3, which is negative 21. Add like terms together, so we get 12h squared plus 4h plus negative 21. On my next example, I've got 5m and 8m, so I end up getting 40m squared. Then I have 5m times negative 1, which would be a negative 5m. Remember, in foiling, really all we're doing is doing two distributing. We're distributing the first term to both the numbers in the second set of parentheses. Then we're distributing the second number to both numbers in the second set of parentheses. So 2 times 8 is 16m. And then 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Combine the like terms. And then I end up getting 40m squared plus negative 5 and 16 is 11m. And then I have a negative 2 on the end. In my next examples, we have a couple more binomial times binomial. So I'll go a little faster through those. Plus the opposite, first times first, or take the 9a and distribute it to the 7a. That gives me 63a times a is a to the second. Then take your 9a to the second term, or the outer terms. 9 times 4 is 36, and then we have the a. Then we're going to multiply the inner terms together. The inner terms are the negative 8 and 7, which gives us a negative 6a. Or I'm just distributing this negative 8 to both terms of the second set of parentheses. So I have negative 8 times 4, which is negative 32. Combine our like terms, we end up with the answer of 63a squared. 36 and negative 56 is a negative 20a. And then we have our negative 32. On the next problem, I'm going to distribute my 2y times y, which would be 2y squared. Then I'll multiply my 2y times my 2, which would give me 4y. Now I'm going to take my negative 3 and distribute it to both sets of the numbers in the second set of parentheses. So the inner terms would give me negative 3y. And then my last term times my last term gives me a negative 6. Combine my like terms. 2y squared. 4 and negative 3 makes 1y. Plus negative 6. My next problem, I have a 3x times a 2x, which is a 6x squared. I have a 3x times a 5, which would be a 15x. Then I'm going to take the 4, the second number in the parentheses, and distribute it through. 4 times 2 is 8x. And then 4 times 5 is 20. Combine my like terms, 6x squared plus 23x plus 20. The last example on the slide, and for this video, I have 3x times 2x, which is 6x squared. I have a 3x I'm distributing to the second part of that, which would be a 15x. Now I'm going to distribute my negative 4 through, so I've got a negative 4 times 2, which is a negative 8x, and a negative 4 times 5, which is a negative 20. By my like terms, I get 6x squared plus 7x plus negative 20.